Unfortunately, we cannot get a video to you guys this week because, as you guys know as much as we do, everything is in scrambles and cars are unfinished and cars need to come back for reviews. And
so we thought we'd give you a little bit of a garage update, I suppose, of where everything is, where everything's at, what's been missing, what's coming back, what's coming up very soon, and basically just where we're at, because we've been doing this, filming this sort of week by week in a minute, and we just want to try and get a little bit ahead. A couple of weeks ahead of what we're actually releasing, because it just takes the stress off us a little bit, because at the end of the day, this isn't our full-time gig, and we have full-time jobs, and we have to work around that. So, what should we start with? We'll start with the HQ. Where's this at the moment? If you guys have been watching our previous videos, you'll know that I am having issues with ignition on this thing, and I still am. We're trying to work through it, we're trying to come up with a solution, we're trying to get in touch with Holly to try and figure out what the actual issue is, because as far as I can tell, it is all wired up correctly. We're going to look into it, so we're hopefully going to get that episode out as soon as possible. As soon as we have a solution, you guys will know about it. Probably because you're going to hear me screaming hell yeah at the top of my lungs when it finally fires up and runs properly again. The LSQ.
That's currently going through, we're looking into engineering. We're trying to sort out what we need to do, what things the engineer wants changed. We currently need to make an airbox for it. Other than that, it's just engineering stuff. So yeah. It's going to be going for a first inspection soon. And hopefully from there, it won't take too long.
All this stuff takes time, unfortunately, so that's why they've been missing for a while, but obviously as soon as they get done, they'll be back. Which brings us on to the G&W as well too. Whereas the G&W, same problem. Engineering. It's also, Liam's also finished off a few of the little 1%er stuff that we didn't have time to finish off here, so he's finishing off that, as well as trying to get engineering done as well too, so that's where that is. Probably the biggest question that most of you guys will have as far as an update would be...
The XE?
No.
Is it the XE?
The Fairlane.
Oh, the Fairlane. Oh, I just keep forgetting about that car. Nothing's changed. I'm just driving it untuned.
The reason why it has still not been on the dyno yet is because one of our very good mates is tuning it for us. He's basically going to take care of it, and he's been with us from the start of the build, so we want to make sure that we stick with him. He's currently working through the process of setting up his own dyno at his own shop, so we're sort of waiting for that. Failing that, we're also looking at hiring another dyno. It's just a case of finding a dyno to hire and also a day that works for us. We do this basically only on the weekends, so trying to find a weekend that's free when we're not filming something else or anything like that has proven difficult. That's why it's taken so long.
But we are trying.
We are trying, and we appreciate everybody's patience in this.
And the minute it's done, we're going Heathkit.
Yeah, we're going to send it down.
That's the plan, is we're just going to dyno it. Yep, all good. We're trailing it to Heathkit.
Send it down the track with £16 a boost in it.
Yes. Wait, 16.
Yeah, well, we've gone from £12 to £14. Now we're looking at 16. Hello, Loki. What do you want to say to the people? Do you have an update to give? You have a ball. That's your update. What other cars have we been doing? Oh, the car behind us that you can probably see, that VK up there. We're just doing a few little things to that, and it's pretty good. I think that'll be interesting to watch. The Maverick Scoop is working mint. Still needs everything else fixed, like all the oil leaks and fuel leaks it has, but other than that, she's going real well. So on top of all the projects that we just talked about coming back and whatnot, and what we're working on in a minute, what's actually coming up in Hackshop very shortly will be...
The XE. The XE is finally going to be coming here to get the V8 put in, which we're going to be rebuilding the engine. That's as far as much as I know of what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing engine-wise and stuff like that, but that's going to be a good build, a big build.
Yeah.
So that's hopefully in the next few weeks, 3-4 weeks, that's going to roll up here.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys will see within the next couple of months, I would say.
Yeah, we've got a bit of things we need to do in order to bring the XE here.
Yeah. So which involve fixing my Maverick.
Yeah.
Which sounds bizarre, but you'll understand when we get to the first episode of the XE. You'll understand why we need to fix the Maverick in order to fix the XE.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
And on top of the XE, we'll probably be looking at my Sandman as well soon too. I want to get that rebuilt because I want to make sure that's ready to go for a bright rod run in November. And I know we're still a fair way from November, but weekends get away from us very quickly here, so we sort of want to get a start on it and crack into it, I suppose. Some eagle-eyed viewers may have also noticed that the GT is here now. We are slowly collecting enough parts to actually make an episode out of it, because this build we're going to approach a little bit different to what we have been doing, because it is probably the biggest build we've done, I reckon.
Close to the HQ?
Yeah, close to the LSQ. We're just going to approach it as if we were just building it like without filming or anything like that, just like we're just going to go through the process of restoring a vehicle. So first thing we need to do is drag it in here and actually do a running list of what needs to be done, what parts we need to gather, and just work through it. So it probably won't be episodes full of like, today we're doing brakes and brakes alone. Today we're doing gearbox and gearbox alone. It'll probably be, today we're working on X, Y, and whatever that day encompasses, what we actually get done that day is what you guys will see. So it'll be a little bit different. I'd probably say it's probably a bit more realistic to what working on a long-term project is. So, which should be good. I'm looking forward to that one.
That's gonna be good on.
Yeah. Other than that, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. There'll probably be a bunch of little surprises here and there as well too that we're thinking that we might film. We don't really plan out too structured on what we're gonna do. We like to keep it pretty fluid and just wing it basically. So we don't really know what we're going to film each week. We'll see what happens. What do you guys want to see? Is there anything that you guys would like to see more of or see less of? Put it in the comments below. What do you want to see more of? What, give us some ideas, and if we can make it happen, we'll make it happen. We had a couple of guys reach out after the last episode say that they'd be interested in seeing us going away for a week and full driving. So
killing the full drives.
Yeah, killing is a really good way of putting it. So if there's people out there that want to see that, let us know in the comments today, and we will see what we can do, and hopefully we'll get something like that out in the near future.
Yeah.
Anyway, until then, sorry that there's no build video this week, guys. Like I said, it's just one of those things we need to catch up a little because things like this going wrong and not quite working have set us back a couple of weeks. So we're trying to catch back up onto that a little bit. So until then, we will catch you in next week's episode.
See you in the next one.
See you in the next one.